Hello, everyone. So it is Friday, August 16th. What am I wearing here? Oh, John Deere. I have a dozen caps and I wear them all the time. Um, so I'm a hat guy. That's my thing. I'm hiding my male pattern baldness. In a way, I am. I don't know. Not that I'm vain at all. I'm not vain at all. You see me with kratom in my mouth, shit all over my teeth. I don't know. Maybe I have a little vanity. So I identify, getting right into this, I identify I am a centrist, center left. Now, certainly politically, I lean left, I vote Democratic, but really I'm a centrist. I'm right there in the center, center left. A lot of people say I'm an extreme liberal, which is not true. Or that I'm always criticizing Trump and the Republicans and this and that, and I do. But I also criticize the left, big time. In fact, my last video, I was critical of Chris Cuomo. I mean, go see that. You know, I mean, that was a personal thing. Chris Cuomo's character, he acted like a complete asshole. The anchor person for CNN. So I am going to play this little clip. I like to do this, play little clips, and then I have some commentary. But Congresswoman, um, you know, Lilhan Omar, Congresswoman Omar, this is unbelievably outrageous. So this woman who is asked Congressman Omar a question, a tough question, actually. I don't think it's tough at all. It's a very slam dunk question. So, listen, people, we live in a very, very sick world, sick and dangerous around the world. And a lot of Muslim countries, I hate to say this, but it's just the truth. We know that. And by the way, I consider myself, I'm not an Islamist, but I embrace the religion. As far as religion goes, everyone who knows me, I'm a universalist. I read. I've never read the whole Quran, but I do study it. I read all religions, Judaism. I'm bringing in religion to politics, but still, I'm a universalist. Christianity, Judaism, the Eastern stuff, Taoism, Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam. As I said, Christianity, the primal traditions. I embrace it all. Now, there's things, we're talking about Islamists, Islam fundamentalists who interpret the Quran incorrectly, or they take it literally. Like, there's some really heavy shit in the Quran. And there's some really heavy shit in the Bible, too. There's some wicked, nasty, nasty stuff in the Old Testament. Like, for example, I kind of digress here, but for example, I just want to point this out. In the Old Testament, you find out your wife to be is not a virgin. You drag her by the hair to the father and stone her. That's the Bible. That's Judaism and Christianity. It's wild stuff, and that's one of thousands of really weird, wacky stuff in the Bible. So I'm not picking on the Quran here. The Old Testament is just as bad, if worse. It's actually worse, the Old Testament. But anyway, so today, 2019, two things are going on. All right? You have stoning of apostates. Here's another thing. If a woman gets raped, they don't stone the rapist, they stone the victim. And here's another thing. Female genital mutilation. All right? This is going on and it's fucking sick. We have to do something about it. So anyway, this woman here asks Congressman Omar about these things that are going on in the Muslim world. And she's like, she's Muslim for progressive Muslims. She said, what are we doing about this? And there's actually a bill which states that we, the United States, are not going to do any sort of business or even have a relationship until this stops. And this is what Congressman Omar says. Check this out.
Thanks. My name is Ani Zonneveld. I'm the president of Muslims for Progressive Values. The question is
Muslims
to
for Progressive
Congresswoman
Values.
Ilhan. There's two issues here. One is the issue of stoning. When the Sultan of Brunei was fantasizing about stoning in the name of Islam, we had written an op-ed against this as how antithesis to Islam it is.
100%.
A Muslim organization. You have a legislation that you have drafted sanctioning or punishing anyone in America who actually does business with a country that implements stoning. I wanted to know what the status of that legislation is. And the other issue is on female genital mutilation and cutting. The Detroit case that actually, where the federal government lost the case because the law was 20 years old and et cetera, et cetera. I'd like to know, will you be able to make a statement against FGM? Because that's an issue in Detroit. It would be really powerful if the two Muslim congresswomen, yourself and Rashida, would make a statement on this issue.
In regards to the Brunei Bill, you can help advocate for it. It doesn't have a lot of support
Can you imagine?
in Congress.
It doesn't have a lot of support?
There is lots
Someone's
of
for female genital
objection
mutilation
coming from
and murder?
many of the countries that do what the Brunei Bill
This bill, is it the Brunei
opposes.
Bill?
And many of those countries have lots of friends in Congress.
Sick.
And so it would really be nice if many of you advocated for it and made sure that that bill is a priority. I think when we are talking about defending human rights, we have to do that regardless of where it is.
Yep.
And I feel strongly about what the bill speaks to and its purpose. So I hope you join me in doing that. Your second question is an appalling question because I always feel like there are bills that we vote on, bills we sponsor, many statements we put out, and then we're in a panel like this, and the question is posed, could you and Rashida do this? And it's like, how often should I make a schedule? Like, does this need to be on repeat every 5 minutes? Should I be like, so today I forgot to condemn Al-Qaeda. So here's the Al-Qaeda one. Today I forgot to condemn FGM.
Dude.
So here he goes. Today I forgot to condemn Hamas. So here he goes.
No,
Today,
you idiot.
it is.
Women are getting their
very
genitals cut
frustrating
off.
question. It comes up. You can look
Apostates
at my
are
record.
being
I voted
murdered.
for
Yes, every
bills,
time you have to address it.
doing exactly what you're
All right, this is enough.
asking me to do. I have put out a statement.
You know, she sickens me. Now, she obviously condemns it. She's just frustrated because that's the question that's asked every single time. All right. But yes, 100%. And I'll say the same thing. Like, I'm critical of her, Congressman Omar. You got to condemn this stuff like every day, every second of your life. Number one priority, human rights. And I say the same thing like with on the right with Trump. You got to condemn white nationalism. Excuse me, I'm heated up. You got to condemn white nationalism, racism, neo-Nazism, skinheads. If you have to do a press conference every day. All right, Congressman Omar, Trump, same thing. All right, so you get this. All right, come on, compassion and love. That's what it's all about. We're all one. 7 billion people on planet Earth. Love and peace and understanding. Have a great day, everyone.